So I was driving my brother Troy to the Dara station, and once we got there, I was like, at last, freedom. But then he came back and he was like, oh, the train's late, so you gotta take me all the way to work. And I was like, oh, okay, 'cause I am just your errand boy. So I took him to work, and then now I'm back home. So Troy's had this job since July, and now it's December. So he's managed to keep the job for 6 months. And meanwhile, I couldn't keep my job for longer than 3 months. But of course, he kept his job because he gets to stand in the same place all day while in a hotel. You gotta be running everywhere from room to room, and you only get 25 minutes per room. So, of course, I couldn't keep my job, but Troy can keep his job by just standing there for 8 hours a day. I got this orientation on Monday. It's at Victoria Point Shopping Center. They're gonna show us the ropes of Absolute Domestics and get us registered so we can start doing house cleanups. I'm starting to think that it was a good idea to call Absolute Domestics like half a month ago. I was getting complacent, I thought that Hotel Indigo was gonna keep me around, and I was getting complacent, but I still decided to call Absolute Domestics and progress my application, and I'm kind of relieved that I did, because now Hotel Indigo doesn't want me anymore, and now I have Absolute Domestics as my safety net, so I don't have to go through the same process that I went through before, where I was applying for 16 jobs a month and still no one wanted to hire me. And if I just rejected the offer from Absolute Domestics, I might have had to go through that same process, applying for 16 jobs a month and just radio silence from these employers. They say that you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket, because if you do that, then when you drop the basket, then all the eggs are gonna get destroyed and your whole life is gonna be over. So this metaphor can be applied to your job search, If you put all your eggs in the one company that hired you and you don't leave any eggs for these other companies, then when the company rejects you and shoots you down, all your eggs are gone and you're just left feeling empty inside and hopeless. So by putting some eggs in another basket, I was able to salvage something from the wreckage that was my being fired from Hotel Indigo. So in Tears of the Kingdom, I made it to Zora's domain, and I found out that there's this muck falling from the sky, and it's contaminating the Zora's water supplies. And also it's like spreading this sickness in Zora's domain. And what I found with the muck is that you can use splash fruit to remove the muck from like when it's getting in the way, like with the Zora Skyview Tower. I just had to throw some splash fruit, and that got me to the tower. So I'm supposed to talk to Sidon, but I need Zora armor, and to get Zora armor, I need a scale from this rare fish. And I was having a really difficult time getting to this fish. It doesn't show the fish on the map, so you have to look for it yourself. And I searched YouTube, and I found out where to find the fish, but I was having a difficult time figuring out how to get up that mountain. And they say that you can either take some stairs. I couldn't find the stairs anywhere, by the way. Or you can fly there from Zora Tower. And I decided to fly from Zora Tower. And I just needed to use one stamina potion. And I was able to get to the little river where the fish was at the top of the mountain. So now I can secure myself some Zora armor and swim up these waterfalls and make it to the location of Sidon, but I'm beginning to wonder if I even need the armor anymore, because aren't I already on the mountain where Sidon is on? But maybe this is a section of the mountain that's inaccessible unless you have Zora armor and you can swim up waterfalls. So in the Big Bang Theory, there's a development in Leonard and Penny's relationship in the middle of season 5. They're in a relationship, but they're keeping it from their friends because they're just testing it to see if things go well between them before they can reveal it to their friends. And on paper, this might be a good idea, but so maybe it's good that they're giving each other another chance, but I feel like if Leonard was like a self-respecting man, then he wouldn't take this game that Penny's putting him through, where she strings him along, and then when he catches feelings, she kind of pushes away. And if Leonard had self-respect, then he wouldn't take this and he would move on. But that's just me. So in 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 the Big Bang Theory, Bernadette uh, Bernadette actually encourages Penny and Leonard to be in a relationship, because then she says that she and Howard would have someone to double date with. And then Amy feels left out because she and Sheldon have recently gotten into a relationship, and she's wondering why Bernadette's waiting for them to get in waiting for Penny and Leonard to be in a relationship when they could be double dating with Amy and Sheldon. And Bernadette's very quick to change the topic. And this got me thinking about reasons why people wouldn't want to double date with Amy and Sheldon. And I guess one reason is because of like this relationship agreement. Like, it's very convoluted and overcomplicated, and I guess people don't want to like experience how uptight Sheldon is about this agreement, where there are only like very specific things that they could do or they could talk about on a double date. And this could be a very big turnoff for people wanting to double date them. So I guess this is a reason why people wouldn't want to hang out with Amy and Sheldon. So Penny's like a lot different from the girls that Amy usually hangs out with. She was like Penny was like the popular bully at school, and Amy was the nerd that no one wanted to hang out with. And I noticed that a lot of the jokes with these two characters is that Amy kind of pedestalizes Penny, because she's like this loner, and she was always looking at like the popular girls and wishing that she was part of their group. And now that she's a part of the popular girl group with Penny, she just like can't stop sucking up. Like in this one episode, like Penny was trying on dresses, and she was like, "How do I look?" And Amy pretty much says that she'd look good in anything. And Amy feels like between Penny and Bernadette, she doesn't really have anything to offer the girl group. Like, she says that Penny's like the emotional right brain, Bernadette's the logical left brain, and she's just the tumor that needs to be removed from the brain so it functions properly. And yeah, this is a good way to create conflict in the relationships in the story. with like one of the characters feeling like left out and forgotten by the rest of them. So basically the moral of this video is don't get back together with your exes. Because there's a saying, you know, if they don't want you at your worst, then they don't deserve you at your best. So if your exes try to come back to you when you're at your best, you should never get back together with them, because like the second that you mess up, they're going to be gone, because they've shown that when you make the slightest mistakes, they're just done with you. And you don't want someone like this. So never get back with your exes. And that's all I got for the video. Goodbye.